Hey guys, what's going on? It's your favorite nurse, the entrepreneur, Alicia Blair, and I'm here for my travel agents to show you guys how to book a group with Carnival. We're going to go through, my husband's going to navigate through his account, and hopefully you can hear me well. I don't know where my mic is, so hopefully that's not an issue. So we're going to do this in less than 15 minutes. I want to give you bite-sized pieces that you can go take action on right away. This doesn't have to be a long drawn out training, but I don't want you to be scared with booking groups for Carnival. It's very, very easy. And if cruises are one of your niche specialties, then you definitely want to know how to do this. So first and foremost, you have to register with Carnival as a travel agent. They're going to send you your information. Once they do, you can go to goccl.com, put your information in, and go to your account. Now, it's very, very simple to book a group, you guys. And if you hear any noise in the background, guess what? That's my granddaughter. Try to ignore it. You know, it's real life around here in these streets. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So go to booking, and I want you to select group bookings. And with a little magic, it should take us to the next page where we can put in information such as our ports, our dates, etc. So our group type, of course, is going to be affinity group. We're going to select 2 to 5 days as far as duration is concerned. And we're going to port from Galveston, guys, as well. That should help us narrow down things a bit. And hopefully my computer doesn't want to shut down here on its own, because it's been going strong for the last couple of days and it may need to do an update. Hopefully not. So you guys give us just a minute. Okay. Okay, we're going to select 2 to 5 days, not necessarily a ship yet. No destination. Departure port, as I stated, Galveston. And I guess it would help if I put on my glasses as well. But our group range, or our date range, we're going to choose August, guys. So we're going to do the first, and it should come up through the 31st. Yeah, that should do it. And you don't have to have all of the information. You have to have, the majority of it. So did we do everything correctly here? It should allow us to move forward. Okay, that's the only ship porting out of Galveston, guys. Come on. Okay. I guess it wanted us to put the ship. Okay, so these are all the sailings that are available from August 1 through 31st of 2023. So we're going to choose this particular sailing for the 14th. It's a 5-day sailing, Cozumel Plus. So we're going to select that. And what's going to happen is going to allow us to pull a certain number of cabins out of Carnival's inventory, and Carnival will predetermine what that cabin count is. So we're going to scroll down just a little bit. So 32 is that magic number. But before we go there, we're going to name our group. So whatever your group name is, go ahead and name it. For the sake of this training, this is going to be test. And before we explain anything else, we're just going to pull 32 cabins out of the inventory. And you want to take a good selection out of all of the categories. So we'll choose 8 insides. The majority are going to be ocean view, guys. So we're going to take 12 of these. So 8 and 4. That's 20, and we'll take the rest in balcony. So what I'm going to do, that should be the 32, but I'm going to take some extra to show you guys what's going to happen. They're going to stop you because it's a max number that you can take, right? So if you try to take over the max amount, it will not let you. So I'm going to take those out of there and go ahead and save this. Now, what I want to do as well. I'm gonna select the destination so you can see your ports of calls, so you can know where to tell people they're porting. So this particular cruise, this 5-day, is going to stop in Costa Maya as well as Cozumel. So you can let people know that just select destination West Caribbean. It should light up, and you can go from there. So go ahead and save and continue. And I want to thank the hubby for navigating for me today while I get to talk to you guys. So we've taken our cabin count out. So again, you can see the balconies, you can see the ocean views, and we have 2 grades of ocean views, and you can see the interiors that we've taken out of Carnival's inventory for a total of 32 cabins. Now, what happens is if you don't sell these cabins by a particular date, Carnival will go in and take those cabins out. But I want you to be, I guess, responsible and do that yourself so they don't have to. So all cruises are based on double occupancy. I need you to know that. So it's based on 2 people, at least a minimum of 2 people being in that cabin. Your NCF are non-commissionable fees. Those are your taxes, your port charges. Those will always be there, guys. And they're based on where you're porting from and the number of days your cruise is. And of course, Carnival pays 16% commission. Now, they're going to make sure you agree to the terms, but I want you to go to the guidelines first. So you can see by what date deposits need to be paid, second payments, third payments, last payments, whatever it is. So, of course, by March 31st for this particular, March 13th, pardon me, at least $25 per person has to be put down for each of these cabins. Now, what I'll tell you as a travel agent, I never tell people $25. I tell them $75 or more. Let them get some skin in the game so you don't have people canceling on you and it affects your group, okay? Because anytime you fall below that 8 cabin minimum, you no longer have a group with Carnival. By the 17th, $150 per person needs to be paid, okay? This is what I'll tell you. I always tell people 2 weeks in advance. So you're not getting to your deadline date and you don't have enough people paid up to continue with your group, or it takes you out of group status because you've fallen below the minimum cabin count, and full payment, of course, for this particular cruising is due by May 31st. Now, I want to go to the cancellation guidelines so you know what to tell people. If they cancel by June 1st, of course, it's $150 per person penalty. By the 21st of June, of course, it's a 50% penalty. 17th of June, 75% person penalty. And of course, by August 1st, guess what? They will be assessed full penalty, meaning you're not getting any of your money back. And if you should have vacation protection for this reason, or some type of travel insurance, so you can work on getting your money back, okay? And even with vacation protection, you need to know, are you getting cash back, or are they going to give you, I guess, a cruise voucher, right? Now, your comp policy, just know when you book a certain number of cabins, there are free berths that are given. A berth is just one cruise fare. And you may have 2 berths per cabin that will pay for a cabin. So you can work that out and decide how many cabins you have and what you're going to do with those additional berths that you do have, okay? We do some different fun things with our groups on how to assign those particular berths to just make it interesting and fun. And after you went over all of this, guys, you can confirm your booking. This booking has 3 fun points or flexi points, and I'm gonna show you guys what those are and what you can do with those. This is really cool. And hopefully this doc will download really quickly so we can bring it up so you can see it. I'm gonna open it up here. Because depending on the number of points you have, guys, you can have a private cocktail party for your group. You can have a shared cocktail party. You can do free chocolates and champagne in a room, in your rooms. You can do a group photo. As you can see here, there are some of the things. You can do a private breakfast for your group, and it tells you the minimum number of staterooms required in order to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. and the number of points given per day of the cruise. So we have a 5-day cruise, etc. It's going to take these number of points to do what it is that you want to do. But also, say for instance, you've done what you wanted to do for your group. Maybe you've given them additional onboard credit and there's flexi points left over or form points left over. Guess what you can do? You can assess a bonus commission for yourself. So you just have to decide what you want to do in regards to that. But we're going to confirm this particular booking, y'all. And again, we're trying to do this under 15 minutes. Okay. And as you can see here, this is going to be, I guess, a breakdown of the number of cabins you have and the total price. If all the cabins in a particular, I guess, grade are booked. All right. Now, if you want to begin to berth your guests, this is something you need to know. Go right down here to where it says berth guests. And this is what I'm going to tell you and why. Don't try to go back to the cruise contract and figure out how much somebody needs to pay for a cabin because you don't want to skew your numbers. Go here first and foremost. It's going to give you your rate codes. And you choose, essentially, you can choose any one of these, right? But your rate code is PGY. So if they want an interior, we're going to go here. And while this is thinking, also note that if somebody has cruised with Carnival before, they have a VIFP number, a very important fun person number. Guess what? Get that number so you can put it in. You can put it in right here because they may have additional savings or additional onboard credits that they can assess and put on their cruise, right? So their rate may be different from somebody who doesn't have a VIFP number, okay? So what we're gonna do is send them a quick quote. And we're gonna go guest view. So we don't share any other information that we shouldn't be sharing, since this will be on video platforms. So it's gonna show you the cruise rate per guest, how many folks are in that room, passengers, 2. You can add vacation protection. You can ask your client and just let them know how much it is. And if you click this little I for information, it'll tell you what that vacation protection entails. And you can click more coverage details and you can screenshot and send that to them so they can make their decision. I always add gratuities. Okay, a client will have to ask me to remove the gratuities. But if you don't want any surprises at the end of your cruise, prepay the gratuities. So the total for this particular cruise is $1,200, $1,212, pardon me. And the deposit would be $300. Or don't worry about the deposit. I'm sorry, don't quote them that deposit because of course they're in a group. So the minimum deposit would be is $25, but of course you can tell them $75 because you want folks to have skin in the game. Pardon me. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Don't quote them the deposit price here. Okay, you can just tell them it's $75 per person, so you can go ahead and get your group sold out. So and you can actually share the quick quote and just tell them don't worry about the deposit price is $75. You can put that in your note as you're sending your quick quote. Okay, so they won't say, well, I thought the deposit was this. Okay, so we're just going to go back here because if you have to actually cancel the whole group for any reason, it's very, very simple. It's not a lot of rigmarole. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's not a lot to cancel. So we're going to hit this back button for a minute so you can see. Okay. And we're going to scroll down. Now you can modify this booking if you need to take some cabins out or add some cabins if Carnival will allow you to add cabins, especially if you've sold the 32. Sometimes you will have to actually call in to get them to give you additional cabins, and that's at their discretion. But if you need to cancel this booking, simply press this cancel booking button It's very, very simple, y'all. Very simple. Cancel the group booking. Scroll down. They're going to ask you to choose a reason. Select other. And for me, I'm going to just put test since I'm just testing you guys, doing a test run. Cancel the group booking. And guess what? It's done. Absolutely done. Group booking is canceled. Now, one thing about it, if you needed to get back in here to birth cabins or make payments, always know what your group booking number is. It's up here. I think that's orange or yellow. I don't have my glasses on, but always write that number down. Also, always print your contract out once you've confirmed everything and saved everything. So this is Alicia Dion. Hopefully this information was beneficial. Thank you, Mr. Remus, for navigating for us. If you have any questions, you can definitely message me. Look at the description. There's a way to actually get in contact with me. If you are interested in learning how to do this for yourself, where you can book trips for others, there's information in the description as well. So hopefully the information has been beneficial. Are we under 15 minutes? I hope so. Okay, guys. Bye.